I'm meeting with a couple of good friends of mine, Hannah and Kristina. How's it going, ladies?
We're doing great.
We're doing amazing.
Good, good. All right, so the reason I brought you guys on, the two of you on the show today, is because y'all work with solar, right? And right now in San Diego, I don't know if y'all know, I mean, you know, but not everyone out there knows, that energy is a huge crisis, right? Like, how much energy costs today is extremely higher than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, the bills I'm seeing are ridiculous.
Yeah.
So the reason I brought you guys here is because with our clients, you know, in real estate, saving them money on a home and what they use every day is kind of essential for them to put more money in their bank account to their savings, to their investments.
Exactly.
So tell me, you know, Kristina, a little bit about solar and the differences between solar and like SDG&E.
Yeah, of course. So the biggest difference is it's cheaper energy. If you're buying energy through SDG&E, you're subject to massive rate changes every year between 7 and 12%. It's awful. And with solar, you're at a fixed rate. It's very predictable. You know what you're paying, and you're just saving. You're paying less. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so I mean, SDG&E raises their rates 7 to 11% every year. With our company, we only raise it 2.9%, or with most solar providers, it's a much lower increase per year. We also lock in that rate, so you get that rate for 25 years. Even when SDG&E continues to raise their rates, you stay the same. So it's really about taking back your power and deciding, hey, I want this rate, and no matter what happens with the industry, you're locked in.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. So with solar, there's a few different types of programs, right, that you guys can, well, that people out here can get solar. What is one of them called? I mean, I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of it. What is it?
The PPA.
Okay, PPA.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, so that's what we mainly focus on providing homeowners with. It's called a power purchase agreement. It's actually what a lot of people are doing with SDG&E right now.
Okay.
So it's just an agreement to purchase power. And like I said before, with the PPA through the company we work with, Sunrun, it's actually the largest residential solar company in America right now. So yeah, you get locked into a PPA with them. You got that fixed low rate. Typically, homeowners see about like a 30 to 60% decrease in their bill after they switch from SDG&E to Sunrun. It's an amazing opportunity to just get cheaper power and not have to worry about purchasing solar panels, maintaining them. It's really the future of solar.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So with that one, you don't have to purchase the solar panels?
Right. So, I mean, it used to be where, you know, you had to purchase, you really had no option to do otherwise. Now that we're advanced and solar's went to a new place in the industry, now we're able to just sell as power instead of buying the panels. So, like she said, essentially it's the exact same thing you're doing with SDG&E by a sense that you don't own the poles for SDG&E. All you're doing is paying for the power. It's the exact same thing with solar. You're never paying for the panels, but just paying for the power the panels produce.
Nice.
said.
So it becomes like your utility then?
Exactly. So it's a new utility provider, a much lower rate without the constant increases, and really just out here saving people money and trying to give them another option besides SDG&E. We all know SDG&E is a monopoly, so when that happens, you know, we try to figure out ways to kind of break that cycle and give people their power back.
Nice.
Literally.
Nice.
Literally.
So for instance, if I wanted to purchase my solar system, can I do that too?
Yeah, of course. We of course have that option. You can finance through one of our 9 different financing companies that we use. Sometimes that works out for people if they have, you know, the money to just finance something, pay it off in like 10 years, and then really reap that benefit. For the next 10 years they're living in the home, they don't have the power bill at that point. But we find most people that's not the option they choose. But it's definitely still an option. You can purchase if you would like. If you want to spend 20 grand on solar, I'm not going to stop you. I'd rather take a vacation, but
Yeah, I mean, purchases are great for people that really want to own, but we find that nowadays the typical homeowner in San Diego stays in the home 5 to 7 years. So purchasing doesn't really make sense for that reason. You know, when you sell the home and you still have a payment that you owe, you either have to pay that off or the next homeowner has to take that payment. So it's nice that when a new homeowner comes in, when they do move, they just assume the agreement, the low bill, and it's super effortless. And I mean, you still get all the warranties and guarantees, and you still get insured as if you own the system. So there's not really a big difference besides just saying, hey, I own it.
I got you. Okay, so, you know, like if my power goes out at my house right now, right, with solar, if one of the panel breaks or if something happens, like who do I call to fix that? Like, you know, what is that?
Well, we take care of everything. You know, we own the panels, therefore we are liable for anything and everything pretty much. I mean, as far as that goes, we do have microinverters in each panel, so if one panel goes out, the system will continue to work. So, for instance, you know, back in the day, if a panel were to short out, the whole system would go down. You know, we've came a long way since then with the microinverters in each panel. Like I said, if one goes out, the system will continue to work. We also have 24-hour monitoring to make sure that if that does happen, we're right on top of it. We are very on it. We have customers that have apps. They can monitor their system and just be completely plugged in all the time.
Nice.
And that's with the PPA option.
Perfect, perfect. So basically what I'm taking away from this is you're going to save 30 to 60% on your solar bill. You're buying the power, for instance, from SDG&E, and you're locked in at that rate that you buy it in. There's no raises in your rate, like per kilowatt hour, right?
2.9% increase every year to keep up with infrastructure, of course.
Right.
But nothing compared to the 7 to 11% you see with SDG.
Okay, so tons of savings there.
Yeah.
Right?
Huge.
It's like half a penny a year. So.
Right. Half a penny a year, but on top of that, I mean, my solar bill for solar power is roughly 50% less.
Yeah, so let's say, you know, you're a user and you're spending, you know, $300 a month. We usually cut that bill about at $150, you know, $120. Everyone's different, but it's usually about cut in half.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And yeah, even people that are low users that have care rates and they think, oh, I can't save because I already have a low bill, you could still save for sure, and it definitely adds up over time.
So if I produce more power from my solar than what I use, how does that work?
So that's called net energy metering, and you'll automatically be put onto that program once you go solar. And SDG&E is actually going to buy your excess power, and that then they can have renewable energy on their grid. So that's going to benefit them, but it benefits you as well because you're getting paid for any excess power. You can even use it for your gas bill. It can be a credit on your account applied to your gas bill once a year. So you can get paid to go solar by not just SDG&E, but you know, in your savings.
Wow, that's amazing.
I mean, it's incredible that we've got to a point where now you can get a check from SDG&E instead of you paying them. Not only are you saving, but now they're paying you for power simply because they need more local power. And so, you know, they pay you, you get a check at the end of the year, which you can, you know, either just take the full check or can apply it to gas, or you can just roll it over into the next year. So.
That's awesome. So how do my followers find y'all? How do they get in touch with the two of you?
Yeah, we'll link our phone number down below, of course.
Yeah, we each have a phone number, obviously.
Yeah. So once you call us, we'll set up an appointment. One of us will come by, or both, if you would like, if we have time. And we'll do an energy analysis with you and really show you the comparison between your current bill and what your new bill could be. It doesn't hurt to look into, and then from there, you at least know your options. So.
All right, so Kristina, what's a good number to reach you at?
757, I'm from Virginia, 506-2149.
And Hannah?
My number is 916-706-8289.
Perfect. So y'all heard it here. Reach out to these two lovely ladies, intelligent, smart, and they are going to save you money. All right, that's it for today. You have a good one.